Say what you want, but social media has given us some of the most egotistical people on the face of the planet. Whether it has to do about race, business, relationships, you can find the most egotistical people on social media.
And your emotional vocabulary, it's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your bitch? I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Bitches is not tolerating that. Like, it used to be where men provided financially or with schmeat, and bitches can make their own self come and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a bitch is telling you, I need you to communicate more, open your fucking mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men. Black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016. Anyway, if y'all are not in therapy, expanding your emotional vocabulary, your life just off top is going to be more difficult. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you expand your awareness of yourself. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you understand how you can navigate in this bitch. This fucking weird ass world that is so hard on y'all. Like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bruh. You're not. When bitches are telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers. Go to therapy, talk about that shit that's on your chest. You don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all are doing a disservice to yourself. And so let me sum this shit up. Y'all told bitches to elevate our standards. And at the cost of us elevating y'all standards, y'all got axed because y'all didn't elevate either. Bitches are not tolerating emotional abuse, emotional neglect. Step it up. Go talk to somebody. Go expand your emotional vocabulary so your life can be better, bitch. All right. Go in peace.
So we all see what has happened with this Roe versus Wade situation. We already knew this was how it was going to go down. Dear white women, listen. You're only playing this if you value your life, is to shut the fuck up. Listen exclusively to black, brown, and indigenous women, femmes, and non-men. Throw every resource you have and use your privilege to back us in every way. You are a big reason why we are in this mess. From the day black, brown, and indigenous people made contact, were forced to interact with the colonizer, we have been fighting back. The freedoms we have now are because of our fight and struggle. And the reason why those freedoms are being taken away is because of you and yours. Like I said, your only play in this is to shut the entire fuck up and put everything bet on black, bet on brown, bet on indigenous. Put everything you got behind us. Move entirely out of the way and watch us fucking work. You owe us your life. Sings how you've put all of ours in danger.
I've yet to demonstrate why teaching kids basic sex ed and discussing gender and sexuality with them is grooming, while I've repeatedly explained why. Don't tell me to fucking Google anything. This is also why no one takes you guys seriously. You can never back shit up. So you want kids to be completely ignorant about sex, which is true because like you, keep that in mind, can feel them up and they won't understand what's going on and can't verbalize it to their parents or others. Also, talking about LGBT does not require discussing sex whatsoever. Sexual orientation doesn't require discussing sex, you fucking. Keep that in mind, unless your brain automatically goes to fucking whenever you think of two dudes liking each other. Keep on demonstrating how sick in the mind you are. Keep that in mind. You're fucking acting like we want to show kids something. Keep that in mind. But something I've learned through the years is that whenever right-wingers accuse others of something, it's definitely because they're projecting.
Teacher has been arrested for sharing child pornography. Federal prosecutors say Alden Bunog sent illicit pictures and video to another teacher on the mainland and admitted to sex with a 13-year-old student. Manolo Morales reports.
Alden Bunog made his first court appearance on Thursday at the federal courthouse and remains in custody until his next hearing. Court records say he admitted to investigators that he recorded his encounters with a 13-year-old boy who was a former student and sent the videos to others through a messenger app. According to federal court documents, Bunog had been sending child pornography to a teacher in Philadelphia. That teacher was arrested in October. Documents say Bunog and the mainland teacher exchanged over 3,300 messages to include hundreds of images and video files, and that Bunog claimed to have sex with the boy at the school during lunch breaks. He also described the boy as a former student and knew that he was a minor at the time. Records say he also admitted to distributing the video recording of his sexual contact and admitted to distributing child involving other minor victims.
But I don't think in the vast landscape that is the hellscape as Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, is there any more egotistical person than this woman who was arrested for skipping the tab in a Las Vegas Chili's and claiming that she was apprehended for being too good looking and that the cops wanted to her. A woman was arrested for skipping out on a bill at a Chili's inside a Las Vegas airport while claiming police wanted to her because she was too good looking. Hind Bustami, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that ever again, who was 28 and a hospitality professional and former brand ambassador for a cannabis company, keep that hospitality part in mind, was booked for misconduct last week at the Harry Reid International Airport. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police said that they received a report that Bustami walked out on a tab at the Chili's restaurant inside the airport, and officers later found the woman belligerent after stalling operations near a security checkpoint. As the officers took her into custody, they said Bustami threatened to spit on them as she called them and claimed that they were trying to because they never seen anyone as good looking. And we could all sit here and understand that this woman looks like a decent 3 and will only look like a 9 if you're drunk. But this is somebody who has hospitality, right? There's somebody who understands how to talk to people, right? And she's going around claiming that officers are trying to her because she did something that she wasn't supposed to do and is now having to face the realities and the consequences of her stupid actions, right? But it's all because she's a good-looking woman, right? What if I told you that this same woman who's going around claiming that, oh, this only happened because I'm too good-looking, is also the exact same woman who killed her mom?
And we are following breaking news at 5. A daughter accused of murdering her mother this morning is the same woman who told police she was too good looking to be arrested just weeks ago. Metro Police arresting 28-year-old Hind Bustami at the airport in August for not paying a restaurant bill and arguing with police. Now police officers saying Bustami killed her 62-year-old mother this morning. Police tracked her in Barstow and arrested her. Now we will have more in this story throughout the night on 8 News Now and 8newsnow.com.
I believe the lesson to be learned here is quite simple. If you're on any of these platforms, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and you feel so entitled that you think based on your looks you can get away with a bunch of things, I hate to dumb you down and bring you back to reality, but no. Your good looks, your big boobs, your fat ass, your long meat, none of that is going to hold up in the court of law, especially when you're skipping out on bills and, oh, by the way, killing your own mother. It's not gonna stand in court. You being good looking, you threatening people with false accusations is not going to help you out. So my only hope for you is that you land in a horrible looking cell and Big Frida looks at you and she really wants some Indian food, because boy howdy, you deserve to be punished for killing your mother. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.